a group of teenagers from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Barclay drove east to nearby Boca Raton to audition to be a part of the iconic Broadway musical Spring Awakening, presented by production company Barclay Performing Arts. The performance was slated to open later that spring. Rehearsals for the next few months had just begun. A month later, on Valentine's Day, these students' lives were turned upside down when a gunman murdered 17 of their fellow classmates. The survivors embarked on a mission to change the very fabric of our country through activism by creating the Never Again movement, which eventually resulted in the March for Our Lives. On March 24th, their efforts reached their pinnacle when hundreds of thousands of people streamed into Washington, D.C. to tell the world in a singular, undeniable voice that young people wouldn't stand by idly any longer. The flagship march in Washington was bolstered by some 800 additional marches around the globe. After the shooting, the world was convinced that Spring Awakening would invariably be canceled. But for the kids at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas and the other castmates of the production, the show had to go on. So on May 2nd, it did, in front of a packed house which included the original writers of the Broadway musical. Parkland survivors get a master class in healing, proclaimed a headline in the New York Times. In a theater crackling with emotion and sentiment, these young people began to rebuild and found their home. Since then, Barclay Performing Arts has continued their work, providing young people with a chance to express themselves through the healing power of art. Woo. Tonight, we are honored to welcome their gifted young singers to retreat. Performing the empowering anthem, You Will Be Found, from the Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, Dear Evan Hanson, please welcome the voices of Barclay Performing Arts.
Have you ever felt like nobody was there? Have you ever felt forgotten in the middle of nowhere? Have you ever felt like you could disappear? Like you could fall and no one would hear? Well, let that lonely feeling wash away, 'cause maybe there's a reason to believe you'll be okay. 'Cause when you don't feel strong enough to stand, you can reach out your hand and hold. Someone will come running, and I know they'll take you home. Even when the dark comes crashing through, when you need a friend to carry you, when you're broken on the ground, you will be found. So let the sun come streaming in, 'cause you'll reach up and you'll rise again. Lift your head and look around. You will be found.